From untouched mountains to boiling hot lakes of acid, our planet is beautiful but quite dangerous. Where's the craziest place that you have ever traveled to? Let us know down below in the comments. I am Olivia Kozlowski, and here are the top 10 bizarre places on Earth that are scientifically impossible. Starting off in our number 10 spot, we have Death Valley. Coming in hot, right off the top, pun intended. With a name like Death Valley, it's gotta be pretty bad, right? Death Valley sits on the California-Nevada border, and it's known of course for its extreme heat. I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, so I grew up with the exact opposite. This is just a nightmare. One of the hottest places on Earth. The only deserts on the planet that come close to the same level of heat are in the Middle East and Africa. Those are the three hottest spots. In July 2018, Death Valley was recorded as the hottest place the Earth has ever seen. For 4 days in a row, the average temperature was as high as 127 degrees Fahrenheit or 52 degrees Celsius. You know, so that I can understand how hot that is. Imagine it's 52 degrees outside, or 127 if you do Fahrenheit. I'm sweating just thinking about Death Valley. In our number 9 spot today, we have Kawah Ijen. Located in Indonesia, this is one of the most remarkable and interesting places on Earth. Firstly, this active volcano emits hot, flammable, sulfurous gases. These gases ignite as they enter the oxygen-rich atmosphere of Earth, and this causes them to burn with a stunning blue flame. Further scientific processes also allows there to be a flow of molten sulfur that also has the same striking blue flame. At night is when you really get quite a show from this coloring, as it quite literally looks like a flow of blue lava. The other incredible thing about this location is that there is a 1 kilometer wide caldera that is filled with turquoise blue water. The water color, while it looks gorgeous, is a result of the extreme acidity as well as a high concentration of dissolved metals. It truly is an astonishing place to look at and really is magnificent. In our number 8 spot today, we have the Devil's Kettle. This area is said to hold one of Minnesota's greatest mysteries. As the Brule River flows through in order to make its way toward Lake Superior, there is a point where it makes an 800-foot drop in 8 miles. Because of this journey through time, waterfalls have been created as the water erodes the rocky terrain. One waterfall in particular is the one we want to talk about today. The stream splits into two as it falls over the edge. One of the two streams flows exactly how you would think it does, while the other is a little more mysterious. On this side, the water rushes into a cavern that seems to go nowhere. This cavern never fills up somehow, but no one can figure out where the water is going. It's a strange phenomena that has resulted in the fall gaining the nickname the Devil's Kettle. It is said that people have tried to place things in the water that might help show them where the water is flowing to, but despite these efforts, the items were just never seen again. In our number 7 spot today, we have Lake Natron. We've got a few bodies of water on this list, and each one is horrible in their own unique way. Lake Natron in North Tanzania is considered one of the most inhospitable areas in the world. The lake's extreme levels of sodium carbonate decahydrate makes the water corrosive to human skin and eyes. The thing that really catches your eye and makes you want to investigate the lake further is its red hue. This is due to cyanobacteria, but the only animal you'll see in this area is a flamingo. The protection of this lake is vital for us and wildlife. In our number 6 spot today, we have Hessdalen Valley. This is an area that is located in rural central Norway, and while I'm sure it's a wonderful place, we're specifically talking today about what is called the Hessdalen lights. These lights are of unknown origin. They appear in both the day and the night, and they sort of just float through the valley. It is said that the time where the lights appeared the most frequently was between the end of 1981 and 1984, with 15 to 20 sightings per week, but that as of 2010, sightings of the lights is only around 10 to 20 times annually. The lights are usually white, yellow, or red, and sometimes they appear for only a few seconds, while other times they'll stick around for over an hour. The weirdest thing to me is that these lights move. Sometimes they move insanely fast, other times they're slowly swaying back and forth, and sometimes they're just hovering there. No one knows where these lights come from, and I'm just gonna say it. Aliens. There are some currently working hypotheses that one day may be able to explain this phenomena, but for now we're just left guessing. But I'm not guessing. I'm convinced it's aliens. In our number 5 spot today, we have lightning. In western Venezuela, right over the Catatumbo River, there are these insane, intense lightning storms, and it's a complete atmospheric phenomenon. This lightning occurs during 140 to 160 nights a year, 9 hours per day, and from 16 to 40 times per minute. That is absolutely insane. insane. That's so much lightning. Another thing that's so fascinating about this lightning is that it is colorful and it doesn't produce any thunder. The lightning does change its frequency up from time to time, and at one point it stopped for a few weeks, and people thought that maybe it was going to have been exhausted forever, but that changed when the lightning came back, putting it right back on our list of mysteries that we just can't quite figure out. Many people have studied this lightning, trying to figure out how exactly it has been created and what makes this phenomena what it is, but we just aren't yet quite sure. In our number 4 spot today, we have the boiling river. It is pretty common knowledge that the Amazon is home to the longest river in the world, but there is another river found in the Amazon rainforest that is equally as astonishing, but for a different reason. The boiling river got its name for being exactly that, as it is a river that is near a boiling point at all times. The water temperature reaches up to 93 degrees Celsius, which is just shy of the boiling point, and the steam coming off of the surface of the water is an obvious warning to all living creatures that it is absolutely unswimmable. You could, however, poach an egg in this river, although that is probably not the recommended cooking method. There is still debate around the source of heat for this river, but as of right now it is believed to be entirely natural and geothermal. Since the river is not near any active volcanoes or geothermal vents, however, it is quite an anomaly. There are of course more local legends that state the river is a place of power, and that the mother of the waters is responsible for the creation of this incredible and strange river, but either way, just don't swim in the river and everything will be fine. In our number 3 spot today, we have the Darvaza Gas Crater. This one is so cool to me, I will talk about it anytime I get the chance. The Darvaza Gas Crater has been nicknamed the door to hell, and for a pretty good reason. The crater is located in Darvaza, Turkmenistan, and serves as a popular destination for tourists to go and see. The crater is the aftermath of a natural gas field that collapsed into a cavern. The field was being drilled into because it was thought to be a substantial oil site, but quickly after they discovered its natural gas pocket, it ended up collapsing. It is said that the fire was lit by geologists who wanted to prevent the spread of methane gas. It looks so cool, but one of the craziest things about it is that it has been burning since 1971. The scientists originally predicted that it would burn for a few weeks, but it's been 50 years. The crater is 69 meters or 226 feet in diameter and is 30 meters or 98 feet deep. One random but kind of creepy fact about the crater is that camel spiders flock to it in the evening because of its light and warmth, but they often end up falling in to their death. In our number 2 spot today, we have Lake Vostok. Lake Vostok is one of the Earth's lost worlds, despite it being the world's 6th largest lake by volume, and that is because it is a subglacial lake that has been covered in a thick layer of ice for millions and millions of years. Because of this thick layer of ice, there is little to no sunlight that is able to reach the water, but despite this and the freezing cold temperature, it is believed that this lake is the home to many undiscovered species. It is extremely difficult to search this water because of the ice, and scientists thankfully don't want to contaminate the water with things like antifreeze, so for now the lake and all it has to offer is going to stay unknown and unexplored. In our number 1 spot today, we have northern Patagonia. This is one of the most interesting and wildest landscapes in the entire world, and most definitely in Chile alone. Northern Patagonia is home to one of the largest ice fields that is outside of the polar regions. When we combine the temperate rainforests, hot springs, and huge glaciers, it can get a bit dicey in terms of exploration and mapping. Northern Patagonia is by far the most rugged and remote place in the country, but it is said to be absolutely breathtaking. It is full of unclimbed mountains, clear rivers, and turquoise lakes, but exploring it is very much a test on humans. As much as it would be amazing to see everything it has to offer, this one is most definitely not for the average tourist. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thanks so much for checking it out. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!